Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. I read what Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jake. So Tower War, we gon' run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As who run this shit, but their question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Pay. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he says something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raise up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow son, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. Hey, hey. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left. I can tell you what it feels like when them problems kicking in. I call it real life. Now I'm feeling trapped. Who can I trust? Second guessing everything. Who can I love? I remember sleeping on the floor, ready for whatever. I was sleeping by the door. I was down bad, didn't want no one to know. I was on my own, didn't have nowhere to go. Everything I seen was a test. I was born to be a soldier, nothing less. This is the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. This is the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. This is the life that I chose. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left. All black is the uniform. Soldiers dead and gone, I'm forever pouring liquor for them. Try me on my brothers, and I'll be moving bodies for them. Came up out the struggle and maintained through the storm. Niggas dying for dead presidents, fucking up their residence. White man dirty tricks, they call this shit politics. Vagabonds, and they some natural born lunatics. That what they is. They shut you down when you speaking truth. It black boots when you in the truth. It black boots when you in the truth. This is the life that I chose. Nickel. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
Shalom, how about you? Can y'all hear me in Durham?
Hey, Shalom, okay. You can hear us in Goldsboro, top one?
I hear you just fine. I think there might be a slight delay. What about Charlotte? Boz, can you hear me in Charlotte?
Check. Upper one, you gonna run to the camp here?
Like, what was that?
You gonna run it?
Officer, y'all, I'm not gonna hold it down.
Come,
Hey,
Lord
Salakia.
Christ.
I'm just
Salakia,
making sure all the audio is too loud.
Can y'all hear Charlotte?
We're not
I hear you
right.
just fine, Boz.
Come.
I most high in Christ. So it's on you, y'all. I think all the audio is too loud.
All right, yeah. All right, go ahead, clap it up. Most High in Christ. Okay. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started at 1 West 120 Harlem. Officer and mock holding it down before Cap 9 to take over. Of course, this Tuesday brotherhood class. Go ahead, shout out to all the schools out of North Carolina. What was that? So, shout out to all the schools in North Carolina, Goldsboro, Fayetteville, Charlotte, Durham, rocking it out with us, man. Shout out to the whole NC camp, man. Definitely doing y'all thing out here. You understand? But we're gonna get right into it. If I could, now y'all give me Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Right? This is scripture that I always start off with. You understand? For every brotherhood class, because this is essential to what the UPK is built upon. You understand? To the world, I know there's a lot of commotion going on right now because the world thinks that there is a UIC versus I.S.U.P.K going on. You understand? There is no such thing, man. The I.S.U.P.K stands on. The thing that you see that purple group do is them trying to replicate what they've seen us do since 1969, man, and they do a terrible job of it, man. You understand? But yet the nation of Israel has to come together. But there's stipulations to that, man. So we're gonna break that down right here in this scripture right now. Go ahead, read what you got and read it loud.
Okay. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, gather together.
Mm-hmm.
O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. Lord is telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to gather together. You understand? And telling us that we a nation not desired. We the people on the earth that is undesirable. You understand? All throughout America, you get white people who they want to listen to hip hop music. They want to watch black people play basketball. They want to, they're astonished by our athleticism. But if you ask any white man in America, would they trade their life being a white man and live the life of a black man? Would they trade it? Every last single one of them would say no, because they understand that black people in America are oppressed. And when I'm saying black, I mean all of the nation of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. And that oppression is what destroys our people, man, and why we can't come together. Because we think that we're supposed to be enemies with the Mexicans. We think we're supposed to be enemies with the Native American Indians, man, when we don't understand that was put in our mind by the very man that enslaved us so that we wouldn't become strong again, so that we wouldn't be a nation again and we wouldn't know how to live.
You understand? We wouldn't know how to raise up our children. We wouldn't know how to raise up our communities and protect and care for our households because we don't even know who our family is, man. You understand? Imagine having a family and you don't even know who your family is. You just living in a house with people. You don't know who your cousins is. You don't know who your brother is. You don't know who your mother and who your father is. So you looking at everyone like strangers, man. That family is gonna explode from the inside out. But the Lord is telling us that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are that family. You understand? That needs to come together. Read it one more time.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation not divided.
Keep going.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth.
Before the decree bring forth. What is the decree? Come on.
I want to say the same, but
come on. What is the decree? Before the decree bring forth. Remember, this decree is coming from the Lord. Come on.
If I may, the decree is before the punishment of the Most High comes forth.
Right. The decree is that promise. You understand? It's order. That the punishment from the Lord is an order that the Lord gave to Christ and the angels, man. And Christ and angels is going to hold that order. They're going to go through. You understand? But before that time happened, the Lord is telling Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to get together. You understand? Get prepared. Get ready. Where else did you see this at? You seen this in the book of Exodus, man. Bro, when Pharaoh had the nation of Israel in captivity, and when Moses was getting ready to lead the nation of Israel up out of there, Moses had to sit down with the nation of Israel and tell them to go ahead and kill the lamb. He had to give them instructions on what to do, to kill the lamb, to put the blood on the side posts, to put the blood on the upper posts of the doorway. You understand? And gird up thy loins and eat with haste. The nation had to know that, which is why it's real silly when people think that we're supposed to love everybody. When the nation of Israel was getting ready to leave up out of Egypt, when they was getting ready to be saved by the Lord from the captivity of Egypt, when them instructions went out, there weren't no Egyptians with the Israelites. They weren't with the Israelites learning the truth of what Moses had to teach us. It was only Israel in that congregation. And there's nothing different today. Today is the same thing. When you come into the Israelite school of UPK, you find nothing but niggas, coons, wetbacks, and spicks, and savages. Understand? That's all you find here. Come on.
On that note, what you're saying is so heavy. So you got a lot of fake Israelite groups. They love to take that part right there, what you just said. And when they read about the mixed multitude coming out of Egypt, they like to say that that's the other nations coming out with us and being gathered together with us. So what exactly is that mixed multitude?
That mixed multitude is of course the nation of Israel. You understand? It wouldn't be saving the Egyptians. And of course, you would ask them, what other nations are they talking about? Are they saying that Chinese people also came out of Egypt? What are they saying? What they saying? The Hawaiians was also in Egypt? I'm asking the question. I don't know what they say. I've never got that question.
Most of the time they just saying it's a mixture between Israel and Egypt, I guess. I ain't never really heard them say no other nation.
Well, that would be stupid because the Lord, like you got to understand this. The Bible, brother once told me before that the Bible is like 70% spiritual and 70% common sense and 30% spiritual. If the Lord is waging war against the nation of Egypt, then why would the Egyptians run with us? Shouldn't they be with Pharaoh and the armies getting ready to wage war with us? It was for them to want to be with the nation of Israel when our people is at war with their people. You understand? So that mixed multitude definitely ain't them Egyptians. So Lucky, hold on one second. Shalom, okay? Hey, N.W.O, you there?
Con, you hear me?
Con, yeah, we're gonna pass the class to Fayetteville.
Con, no sweat. Yeah, with that, we're gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer of 1,000 Bunk KO.
Sorry, Christ. Clap it up. Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabrakatah, the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alatah. Bashim Yahweh Shah, the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer Bankaya 1,000 out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And this is Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And tonight is our Tuesday night brotherhood class. And I'm going to hold it down until Captain I.S.U.P.K or another high-ranking officer comes to assume the seat. So, Officer Yarmak, you was going into what?
We was breaking out Zephaniah 2:1 just now, but I was going into the book of Hebrews, where the Lord was dealing with the sacrifices and how he was, where the Lord didn't want sacrifices, but he wanted a contrite heart and all of that. That's what I was getting into. But,
Most High in Christ. Let's go to Romans 12:1. We talk about sacrifices. How many of y'all celebrated Memorial Day Monday? And nobody in here, right? I kind of find it intriguing that all of Esau's holidays are around the same time of our high holy days or our feast days. That's not by any mistake. They know exactly who we are as a nation of people. They know what our holidays are. They know what our culture is, okay? What we got to understand is we have to embrace our culture. We got to recognize what our identity is. Go ahead, brother. Oh, yeah. Just ask one of them brothers. They'll get you straight.
Salaki.
Grab that mic back there. Go ahead. Who says
Salaki. There was a shooting at Hollywood Beach, Florida, where like nine black people got shot. Man, it was like a gathering, a Memorial Day gathering for black people at the beach in Hollywood, Florida, like just outside of Miami. And so, these are the kind of things that continuously happen on these wicked pagan holidays of our oppressor that we cry aloud and tell our people to stay away from, but they refuse to stay away from, man. Meanwhile, our feast days go off with a bang and run flawless, and the Lord is with us, man.
Right. No, you're absolutely right, Officer Boz. We got to learn how to separate from just the entire culture of America, the entire culture of the world. Society, they view us as less than. There is no value in Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian lives. And when we congregate together, it's never in the right spirit. It's never in the correct, righteous spirit of serving the Lord. It's always in serving, the culture of our oppressors, the gods of our oppressors. Go ahead. Shalom, Shikatah. So drop Romans. We ain't gonna go to Romans. Let's go to Micah 2:10. Micah 2:10. The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Yeah, we got a class full today. Most High in Christ. How many people saw that shooting in South Carolina at the gas station with the Asian dude who shot the 14-year-old boy because he assumed that he stole water, four waters? How many people saw that? Nobody? Yeah. You got the book of Micah?
We've seen it.
Say what, Yarmak?
I say, yeah, Con, we've seen it.
The Most High in Christ. What you think about it?
That's what they think about us. And that again, all them stories right there just shows you why you should never love your oppressor. Like they mad at our oppressor and them heathen nations, when them heathen nations show you exactly how they feel about you, when we are always going to get put in them situations because we don't understand justice. We as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't understand what it means to get justice. And here's the question you got to ask yourself: When have Asians ever loved Black people? When have them heathens ever done anything for us to just feel like we free to just shop in their stores? They ain't never done nothing. And so when they show you that they hate you by doing something like this, it's so shocking to the outside world, but to us, that's business.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Yarmark. Give that brother a hand. Right. So when you say justice, Yarmark, what is justice? What would be justice for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
Justice for us would be for our nation to be on top of theirs. They need to come into our stores. We need to own them corner stores. We need to own them streets. We need to own the things that they own because they got it in an unjust way. They got it because our people were lied to. They got it because our women were raped. They got it because our brothers was hung from trees. And then the people that flourished because of our slavery put them in positions when they should have never took it. They should have never took them cities and them stoner cores inside of our neighborhoods. They should have seen that little corner store was inside the neighborhood of the slaves, and they should have said, "No, we can't partake in that. Give us the store in Beverly Hills. Give us the store in Tarzana, California." That's what they should have did. But of course, when they see us low, when they see us drugged out and afflicted and oppressed, they see an opportunity for them and their people to get rich off of our slavery, off of our condition. So our justice is for them to get beneath our foot and let us get rich off their babies. Let us get rich off of their spending money in our stores, man. And then we could talk about, you understand, all that other stuff after that. It's a lot.
Most High Christ fired up today. You're absolutely right, Officer Yarmark. But, in order for us to actually attain true justice, we would have to recognize who we are, recognize who our power is, and allow that power to fight our battles for us, okay? Somebody get the definition of justice. Who has Micah 2 and 10?
Good. No, dude,
Yeah, definition of justice. Number 3.
Definition of justice. It says the maintenance or hold on.
You got it.
Yeah, the maintenance or administration of what is just, especially by the impartial adjustment of conflicting claims or the set assignment of merited rewards or punishments.
Right. So for all of the blood that was shed of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians over the course of time, over the course of written, recorded history, you don't think that the other nations deserve to have their blood shed? What about all of our babies that were murdered on the Trail of Tears or tossed in swamps, used as gator bait? What about that innocent blood that was shed? You don't think that it would be a righteous thing for the same thing or worse to happen to the people that meted those things out?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
I think Captain Ayathak is ready.
Yeah, Most High in Christ. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Captain 13,000 Nayathak.
What's going on, Warriors? What's going on, Akwaf?
Shalom. Yeah, what's
up? Y'all all right? Y'all good?
Sir.
You all taking the radio show last night?
Sir.
Yeah, boy, it's getting nice. It's getting real nice. Now it's starting the separation from men and boys. You understand? From soldiers and farmers. You understand? Now it's starting to see a real separation from righteous men and sinners. You understand? All right. Now, where you always at? You always on anything going on? What I put it? Current?
Like I said, they're talking about that 14-year-old boy who was shot and killed by that Asian gas station owner in South Carolina for apparently suspectedly stealing water. He shot and killed him.
When this happened?
Today happened today, I believe it was. Today sometime.
You all had the news on it? The news clip or any?
It's all over the news. I think they tore the damn gas station down. It's all over the news.
Yeah. What about the one with the bus driver?
Charlotte?
In Charlotte.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, that was wild. You understand? Like we are really living in these curses. All right, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 16.
Slug it, Cap.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have done in that situation? As far as what should do you think the brother was in the right for shooting that guy when he pulled the gun out?
Which one?
The Charlotte the bus driver.
Yeah,
He was-
he looked like he defended himself. From what I saw,
I saw it's okay.
you understand? From what I saw, he looked like he defended himself. You understand? Yeah, but he lost. I think they say he lost his job also too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can't go to work. Like they don't want you on the slavery with a gun.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Salaki, that's been an ongoing thing in Charlotte because last year a Northern Kingdom brother who was a bus driver, he got shot and killed by I think it was a Moabite, and since that happened, they've been trying to get like security on the buses or some kind of a cage around them that's bulletproof, and the city ain't doing nothing about it. So
Right.
The brothers want to protect themselves because they done had buses being shot at before. It's been a lot of incidents.
Yeah, and that's what I'm not going to say. Like brothers ain't going down like that. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? You from the streets. You know what I mean? You have any type of street sense. You're not trying to get caught lacking like that. You understand? When you depending on somebody else to defend you, to look out for you, but you know you're not going to get it. You know what I mean? That's the best the brother could have done. You know what I mean? He lived to see another day. I think he got shot in the arm. But he lived. He survived. Come on.
Like they say, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Yeah. Yep. You understand? Now, with that being said, read Deuteronomy 28 and 16 for me.
Salaki, sir, I have it.
Come on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Right, so read verse 15, sorry.
Kanawaka, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken until the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And you seeing that today with how we live in. You realizing that, brothers and sisters, not following laws of God based on their lifestyle, based on what's going on. You understand? If them two brothers was following laws, you know what I mean, that Bible. If them two brothers wasn't here, they wouldn't have pulled gun on each other to try to kill one another. You understand? Right? But because we live in a sinful lifestyle, the Lord is saying that he was going to do what? Punish us. Read on.
Kanwakan, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
All right. Meaning what? What is it trying to say? What is the spirit trying to give you? What is the spirit behind it? Verse 16.
So like it, sir.
Come on, Yannis, sir.
It seems like the spirit of punishment.
Yeah, but give me a little more. You on it.
And the condition,
huh?
The condition that we're gonna be living in, man, is that we can't escape it. Like wherever we go, the curse is gonna be upon us, man.
That's it. That's the spirit behind it. Wherever you go, you could be going where? In this city, or you could be where? In the field. It's coming. A punishment coming. You think you're gonna be a successful farmer, like your oppressor? No, if you're a sinner, that ain't gonna happen. That definitely ain't gonna happen. You think you're gonna open a store, like you know what I mean, like your like the so-called Chinese, and have a you know what I mean, a Chinese, something equivalent to a Chinese restaurant? That ain't gonna happen. You think you could leave your house, you could leave from the hood and go into the city where there's no so-called hood activities and things, you won't you won't get touched, or you're gonna get touched. You understand? You won't get harmed because that punishment is for who? Who's them punishments for?
So, like I said,
Come on.
the children of Israel.
Yeah, the children of Israel, but be specific. Anybody? Anybody online?
Good.
Slide it, sir.
Come on.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Yes, but be specific.
Salaki, sir. I guess the descendants of those who make the covenant with God through Abraham.
Well, that's the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But be specific.
Shalaki Cap.
Come on.
The 12 tribes of Israel.
Be specific.
Like I said.
Come on.
You, us,
me.
Be specific.
Cap, ask your question again, Cap.
I'm telling you, be specific. Who are these? Who are these curses for? Paul. When Paul says, let me see if I get it good. When Paul had mentioned that the laws, when it seemed as if he made a mention of it being, I want to say done away with, but how did Paul word it? Paul is it's in Romans. Give me Romans. Hold on, I'm finding it.
Slide it, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would that be like the poor in spirit and the brokenhearted?
No. No.
Slug sir. Galatians 3:10.
Read that for me.
For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all the things which are written in the book of the law and do them.
Okay, that wasn't it, but I would take that.
Salaki Adawan.
Come on.
So would the answer be the sinners in Israel?
My boy. My man. My man. If you are a sinner, guess what? You're gonna have to sleep with a gun under your pillow. Right. If you're a sinner. You understand? If you're a sinner, you are going to have to do what? You're gonna have to put your trust in what? Everything else except the Most High.
It's like, sir, if I could.
Come on.
The scripture you looking for, you talking about the one of 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 9?
No, it's Romans, I believe, where Paul was talking about the law.
You're saying that like the law is not for a righteous man?
I think that might be it. It might be on it with that. Is that in Timothy?
Yeah, come on, so you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly, and for sinners.
And for who?
And for sinners.
You understand? You in here, you put your hand to the plow, it's going to be what? Lord will, we say, Lord will is going to be what? Successful. You understand? That's how you look at it. Lord will, you're going to be successful. You a farmer in here, you're going to be successful. You ain't losing. We don't lose. UPK don't lose. You understand? UPK don't harbor sodomites. You understand? We don't. You understand? So we're gonna be just fine in here. Once you do what? Once you do what the Lord said to do. But if you don't do what the Lord said to do, bet your bottom dollar, he is what? He coming for you. Right? Go back to Deuteronomy now. All right. And now remember, Deuteronomy, he is speaking to who? To specific people. We know that off the break, right? So he's not speaking to Africans. He's not speaking to the so-called oppressor. He's not speaking to the Arabs. He's not speaking to the Asians. He's speaking to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And he's telling you, if you don't obey the Lord, you're going to be what? Cursed are you going to be what? In the city and where? In the field. Right? Read on. No, go back to Deuteronomy and then take me to Deuteronomy 28 and I believe 54.
Sir, I have it.
Go ahead.
In verse 6, that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother and
His
toward
eyes
the
shall be
wife
evil
of his
toward-
bosom. And
Right,
toward
from what I'm hearing, the situation on that bus was the brother was trying to come, you know what I mean, like come off the bus at a certain stop. But you know these bus drivers, they have certain routes. And I don't know, you know what I mean, I don't think if the public understand the pressure the so-called oppressor puts on these brothers that drive in the bus also too. You understand? With making these trips on time and making the correct stops. You understand? Like they're under extreme stress also too. You know what I mean? And now you want to come off at some particular stop and he's not stopping. So you decide to pull a gun. You decide to pull a gun. You decide to kill a bus driver so that that bus could stop. So when they kill him, you think the bus gonna stop? You understand? Right? But that's the mentality he is in, because read that verse again.
Honorable Khan, sir, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom and
Right.
toward Salakius?
Go ahead.
And toward the remnant of his children.
And toward the what?
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Right, towards the remnant, right, of his children. But read that first part over one more time.
Honorable Khan, sir. So that the man that is tender among you.
Right, and who's the tender man among you? Who's the tender man? Huh?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
The weak men?
Not the weak. So remember, this ain't no weak man, because how you know he's not a weak man?
Because he's shooting, he's fighting.
Yes, he's coming up against someone. This is not a weak man. What type of brother this is?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Is it the young man?
It's a young man. It's a young, you know what I mean? A young man. He tender. He didn't see much wars as yet. But he ain't seasoned as yet in warfare. He's a boy. And they're saying what? That tender man among you, right? That young boy among you. Read on.
Khan, sir. And very delicate.
And very delicate. You understand? Read on.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
His eye shall be what?
Be evil toward his brother.
Evil, and it is used delicate because he ain't fully grown into a what? Into a man.
To a man.
You understand? He ain't grown into a man as yet. He delicate, he young. You know what I mean? You gotta watch how you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Back then you had to watch, you know what I mean? Watch how you're molding him, basically. You understand? He's delicate. You say certain things to him, you know what I mean? He may not understand it. He might misunderstand it. You understand? Because he's delicate, right? Read on.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother. Evil meaning what? He's going to want to harm his brother. to the point where he may want to take his brother's life. You understand? Now you understand why there's so much killing between between the ages of 18 or even younger than that, 14 to 25. Who want to look the stats up and see which age group doing the most killing? You understand? Like it's young, and this is a punishment from the Lord. You understand? Read on.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And now towards the what? The wife of his bosom. So he going in to the evil. Just don't stop with your brother. It goes on to what? To your woman. You understand?
God.
Right?
So like I said, I got those stats.
Go ahead.
It says this is just straight off the Statista.com. It says in 2021, around 2,443 homicide victims in the United States were aged between 21 and 25 years old. A further 2,417 murder victims were between the ages of 26 and 30. Most murder victims in the United States in 2021 were between the ages of 16 and 45 years old.
You understand? Between 16 and 45 years old. Understand?
Most victims in 2021 were the homicides were between the ages of 21 and 25. My God.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know about life. That's why when they get, when you get up in age and they start having family, then they start to try to do what? Slow down. You understand? Then they understand what life is all about. You understand? Right? Now, right, any more to that? I don't think any more to that. And you say that killing in you all have that's all the saying about the killing in South Carolina was they assumed the brother was stealing and he didn't kill him, shot him in the back. What is the story?
Like it, so
Okay.
if I could, so didn't they also say that same Moabite cat, they got like a video of him like beating on like some girls or something in the store? Like,
okay, I don't know, but if it's a Moabite, you know how they treat brothers, and especially if they're so in the hood.
So like I said,
They treat them with no type of respect. Come on.
yeah, so basically, the Moabite had thought that the 14-year-old boy was stealing water, which after the the police did their work, they found that he didn't steal anything at all. But the Moabite's son had chased the boy out the store, and as the Moabite, the father, followed suit, the son, the brother who was being chased, he had fell to the ground, and the son told the father that he had a gun, which he didn't have a gun, and then Rick Child, which is his name of the store owner, shot the boy in his back.
Oh man. Boy, oh boy. How old the boy was?
14, and Child was 58.
Salakia, sir, if I may. Everybody in this kingdom know how to get a nigga killed, man. Even the babies, man.
Yep. And that's that's the curses. You know what I mean? That is, straight up the curses. You understand? And who we had to thank for that? Who should we thank for that? Nah, we gonna be specific. Who we gonna thank?
Ourselves, sir.
Nah, be specific.
So like,
come on.
Martin Luther King, sir.
Martin Luther King.
That's
that
right.
bastard. You understand? Because if he didn't do that, go through with that movement, he went through it, we'd have black stores to go to. Them Moabites would never be in the hood. Selling us what? Doing what? You understand? Doing what? They'll never. We couldn't. Black people, you think black people could go in a Chinese neighborhood and open a store? You could put up a stall on the side of the road and say you're selling water in their neighborhood. They will run you out. They will run you out. You're not getting to do that. But they are able to come amongst us. Why? Because of Martin Luther King. Why? Because of that black leadership, this weak leadership that we have. They are allowed to come in and destroy us. All right? Now, we'll come back to that story, Lord will, right? I will you all get it so we could, could read a little bit on it. So, brothers and sisters who haven't heard the story could hear, the type of, crimes that has been committed against black people.
So like I said,
come on.
I have it too if you do want it.
Okay, come on, go ahead and get it then.
This is from ABC News, titled "South Carolina Gas Station Owner Makes First Court Appearance on Murder Charge in Teen's Death." Subtitle is a South Carolina gas station owner accused of chasing a 14-year-old boy from his store and fatally shooting him in the back has made his first court appearance. It's a lot here. Down to the point. It says, Rick Child thought the boy had shoplifted 4 bottles of water Sunday night from his express Mart Shell station in Columbia.
And in that all, you go shoot somebody for water.
For
what? For 4 bottles of water? Nah. You know why you pull that trigger? Because the oppressor been pulling the trigger on black people for nothing. And you looking for an excuse as a heathen just to harm a brother. Just to harm a brother. That's what did the Lord say about Moab? What is he going to do with Moab?
He's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah.
You get it for me? Get it for me. Let Moab and Ammon hear what the Lord going to do to them for the way they treated God's chosen people. Right. You understand? You ain't make no type of inquiry. You just pull the trigger like you are police. Like you have the law on your side. And you shoot the boy in his back? What a coward. I think it's either Zephaniah 219.
Salaki, sir.
Salaki.
Who have it?
I got Jeremiah 48 and 48 through 51.
Okay, read that one.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 48 and verse 51. No.
Go ahead.
51.
That's it?
42.
Go ahead. You go ahead. When you get read it. If not, pull for me Zephaniah 2:8. That's the one I wanted.
Slightly, sir. I got it.
Go ahead. Come close to the mic. Come close to the mic.
Come on, sir. Slightly, can you hear me?
No, I hear you, but come closer. So and use a calm voice.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 8. Slightly. I have heard the reproach of Moab and the reveling of the children of Ammon.
Right. So what is he saying? What is the Lord saying here? I have heard the reproach of Moab. So you know the Moabs are who? The Chinese, right? And Ammon is the Japanese. All right. And those two, you know what I mean, basically make up what I believe the Asians. Yeah, they call themselves the Asians on a whole. Right? Right, and I brought a plate up there too. That more about Latasha, I forget. That was in LA, I believe. I think that started did that start a riot?
Come on, concert.
Yeah, I think that started a riot. You understand? So they're known for trying to put us to death. And remember that cop, that Asian cop that shot I think it was a child again, but he was a cop, and it was fitting to game jail time, and the Asian community came out and protest against what they was going to do to him. Come on.
Is that a cop Gurley?
Not.
So like I said,
Uh-huh.
So like I said, that happened in New York, in Brooklyn, where the cop went into the project building and he saw the brother and he was so scared he just immediately shot the brother. And then he was put on trial, and the DA was a brother, and they got the Moab, they got the Moab cop off, and the brother that was a DA, he died 2 months later.
Yeah.
So like
you know who you're playing with, life for our life.
So like I said,
come on.
So like I said, if I could too, just along those lines, same thing with Latasha Harlins. That Moabite woman that killed her, she did 0 jail time. None.
Yeah, I think she got fined.
Yeah.
And I think that's what started the LA riots, right?
I believe it was that and the whole Rodney King thing. I think they happened within weeks of each other or something to that effect.
Yeah, so I know something went down major went with that sister, because it had she was on they did it was a Netflix. They did a documentary on that situation. You know what I mean? And it's always to the point where as they fear for their life. You know what I mean? Always using that, because how the media portray us, you know what I mean? How we're being portrayed, we are just, you know what I mean, violent, and you know what I mean, we have no behavior. That's why that oppressor who killed the brother on the train in New York, what's your brother name? Forgive me, brother.
Tyree Nichols, sir?
Yes. That, you know what I mean, suffocate that brother to death.
So like Jordan Neely. It's Jordan Neely that got
Jordan what?
Neely.
Jordan Neely, Salakia. Yeah, Jordan Neely, who got, you know what I mean, choked to death on that train by oppressor. You understand? These heathens think they could just put their hands on us and nothing is going to happen. Well, okay. If you don't want to give us justice, somebody will give us justice. You understand? And we're going to read about justice here right now for you Moabites and you Ammonites. You understand? You Japanese and you Chinese, you want to come into our community and be hostile with our people to the point where you're going to kill our people. All right? Read on.
Come, whereby they have reproached my people and magnified themselves against their border. Verse 9.
Right, and magnify themselves. They come into the what? They come into the into your neighborhood and make you feel like, you know what I mean, like you are a cockroach coming into the establishments. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. All right? They make you feel, you know what I mean, less of a person coming into the establishment and buying. Go on.
Verse 9. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as
Surely
Gomorrah.
what? Surely what?
Surely Moab shall be as Sodom.
Right? Go ahead.
And the children of Ammon as Gomorrah.
You understand? What the Lord want to do to them? Yeah.
So like I said, if I may, He gonna burn them up.
Yeah, he wants to torch them. He wants to put them, you know what I mean, put the oven on excuse me, my language, so-called Jewish man. He wants to turn the heat up. You understand? He wants to he wants to unalive these so-called Ammonites and these so-called Moabites for their reproach against Israel. You understand? All right?
So like this, sir. So like this, sir, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got 2 more verses in Jeremiah 48 about their punishment.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see if we finish.
Live.
Go on.
Even the breeding of nettles and salt pits and a perpetual desolation.
And a what?
The perpetual desolation.
Yeah, you think we gonna have the yen? No, that yen fits into to be in the trash once Christ return. You understand? The Lord is going to deal with you all. You'll think you almighty, the yeti rat, the yeti rabbit. All right. We're gonna see. The Lord is going to destroy all of that. You understand? They are very proudful people. You understand? The Moabites, oh boy, they are so proudful. The Lord is going to deal with them. Read on.
Slightly. The residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnant of my people shall possess them.
You understand? This happens when what? When Christ what? When Christ return. You understand? Now, this here is what we call this. What is this in a nutshell?
Justice, sir.
Yeah, this is justice. This is justice. You don't want to give us justice for Latasha, no problem. You don't want to give us justice for this young 14-year-old. We're not expecting it. You understand the kind of justice that the Most High will give. We're not expecting that type of justice. You understand? But when Christ returns, we're going to get it. You understand? It's almost like the Lord giving these heathens a chance to prove themselves. You understand? A chance to prove themselves. But they ain't taking it. They ain't biting the bait. Instead, they want to harm us. They want to follow after the oppressor. No sweat. Read on.
Verse 10. This shall they have for their verse 10. This shall they have for their pride.
This shall they have for their what?
Their pride.
Pride. And what does the Bible say about pride?
Sir. Pride goeth before destruction.
Before I'll take that. Before a big fall or something like that.
Pride cometh before the fall.
Yes, pride coming before the fall. Go ahead, Moab, Ammon. Be as proud as you can be. Be it. You understand?
Go ahead. Yeah, I got a question. It's kind of off topic, but on topic.
Go ahead.
So like the nation of like Japheth, like the Polynesians, the Hawaiians and stuff. Did they like what charges do we have against them? Like did they have us in slavery as well? Or
okay. Let's put it like this. Right? If I was to harm you, right, in the presence of say Yanaza, right? I'll just floor hit you, I slap. Wow. Just out of the blues. Just, you know what I mean? Just as you turn around, let's crack you. Yanaza see it. Right? But says nothing. What you will say about him?
He just is guilty.
Yeah. They all gonna be in the same pot. You know what I mean? They all had a hand. Somehow they had a hand in it. Nobody talking. Okay. It's like, you know what I mean? Oh, it's like your kids. You leave them, you leave about 3 of your kids in the room. Come back, your TV on its face, on the floor, screen broken. Nobody talking. Everybody gonna get whooped. Everybody gonna get whooped. You understand? So no sweat. They more than likely didn't have a hand in it, like, you know what I mean, like the oppressor, or like the Arabs, or like the Africans and the Chinese, but they played a part. You understand? So now it's just like with the Most High, right? The Most High, who is the Most High going to reward when Christ return?
The children of Israel that stood with him.
Yes, that's why Peter and the disciples were asking, what was your reward? You understand? Well, they're gonna have a reward too. Them heathens have a reward. And the Bible prophesied that what? Your so-called oppressor, his reward is no mercy. None whatsoever. That's his reward. For what he did, he has no mercy. And now these other nations, their reward might be, well, you know, Japhet, he might be in the kitchen cooking your food. You might put Japhet in the field to work. You know what I mean? You might let Donald Trump, you know what I mean, great-great-grandson be in them fields. You understand? But the, you know what I mean? But the Polynesians, the so-called Japhetic people, you know what I mean, you won't, you know what I mean, you won't give them, I mean, that harsh treatment you would give these other heathens for what they had done to us in the past.
Right. So like, so,
right? And I'll say it again, right? When Christ returned. Right? Come on. All right, son.
So like, you're an accomplice to a crime. You understand? That's
yes.
what it is. Like, you ain't say nothing, but you help do it.
Yes. You didn't have to help do it. The mere fact you ain't say nothing, you're gonna have to, you know what I mean? You will have to partake in whatever they partake in, because they ain't open your mouth and say anything. All right. Read on from verse 10.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 10 in the middle. Because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts.
Because they have what? Because they have what?
Reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts.
So he taught the brother, the young, tender, delicate brother, took what? Stole some waters from him. And guess what? He killed him, shot him, took the law into his own hands. He magnified himself against who? That young brother, and took the law into his own hands. And to him, he was doing what? He was doing what? What you think ran through his mind?
So like I said, he was defending his property.
Defending his property. Or we could say what? He was getting rid of a cockroach. He was getting rid of a problem. Right? And that's what that's when you give somebody $2 million to go defend themselves in court after they done choke a brother to death out on, what are you really saying? What are you saying? That he did us a what? Service. And somewhere down the road, I might have to do that service also too, and kill a Negro, and kill a black, a so-called, or unalive a black American.
So,
you understand? Come on.
So like I said, so let's say like I'm a Chinese man and I'm coming to you and I'm asking, okay, you know, I own a store, blah, blah, blah. I love black people, you know, but you know, it's usually black people, black kids coming into the store. They're usually stealing things, and that's who's usually giving me the most problems. I don't shoot them or anything like that. But as a Chinese man, what am I supposed to do, you know, with that problem?
With brothers stealing from you?
Yeah, kind.
First off, you gotta show me. Tell me who doing it, because 99% of the time they ain't doing it.
Sir.
Come on.
Or you could go and sell things to your own people. Why do you have to be in our neighborhood? You understand? If we wanted something from you, we could come to where you set up and get it. You don't have to be in our neighborhood.
That's
then
right.
You won't have to worry about us taking anything from you.
Okay, I would say that too, but it will seem as if I'm trying to do what? Come on.
That be like you trying to defend it
In a way. You understand?
Come.
This is a problem that your black leaders done did. You understand? And now you are poor and you are in a store trying to, you know what I mean? Okay. Maybe we don't understand it because we're not in that position. And Lord forbid we ever be in that position. And tell the Lord you will never have to be in that position with Commander Jerry YAHANNA at the helm. But brother, if you ever went hungry, and you know what hunger feels as, you will not want your kid to go through it. You don't want to sell drugs. You want to go, you know what I mean, stick people up.
So like I said,
come on.
They, I study this in school. They I forget the terminology they have. I gotta look back through my notes, but they know that, like, even though they try to paint the face of us as being super predators and career criminals, they have those terminologies, but they also know that the crimes that these people are that we're committing are crimes because of poverty. They know that because we're poor, that's why we're committing these certain types of crimes. You understand? Like, it's, so they study it. They know.
Yes. And I would tell the so-called Chinese man that, yes, this is happening. Why is this happening? Because we're poor. And if you don't want this to happen and you love black people, you will either, one, count it as a loss, or two, just move your store. That's all. But if you're in an area where it's, it's unemployment is very high, what are you going to expect? Where they going to get the money from? Does money grow on trees? Would they have to go dig in the earth and pull out an American dollar just to come pay for some water? If, you know what I mean, you say they're stealing. You understand?
Lucky, sir.
You know what I mean? Not condoning stealing, but at the same time, brothers and sisters, we hurting out there. Come on.
It's lucky, sir. It's Officer Rock. Yeah, black businesses dealt with theft. In fact, all businesses deal with some form of theft, and it didn't have to result in killing. When we had Black Wall Street, I'm sure there was, some people trying to nickel and dime or take things or whatever, but it didn't have to result in that. With this cat named Chow Yun Fat, how did he? If the brother had a gun, why would he be trying to steal water? He would probably stick him up and blow his head off. Like, if he thought he had a gun, does he even speak English? Like, what is the terminology for gun in Chinese? Like, that whole story just feels like we're just cursed, because that could have been a black-owned store, and over a bottle of water, they would not have gotten shot. That could have been a Hispanic store back in the bodegas, back up top. People steal all the time, and no one is getting their head knocked off. These Moabites, they just have a propensity of violence towards us and this disdain for us.
Yes, they just hate us, and they will look for anything to put bullets in a brother head or sister head. They will look for excuse.
Slack sir. I was just gonna add on, because what he said is so heavy. At the same time, I feel like you have all of these other peoples that they look toward the oppressor like that's the one to be like, so you got the vice, and they see how easy it is for these Edomites and Esau to just sit there and just not just treat us bad, but try to like destroy us every day in every way. And for them, you know what I'm saying, it make it easy for them. You know, it makes it easy for them because they're trying to be like, and some of our own people do that. You know what I mean? That's what makes it so terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. That's what makes the IUIC so filthy and nasty, because they use the same tactics, talking about he got a gun. You know what I mean? All we learning from this is that if you a Moabite, you can have a gun and murder someone in the street. But if you so-called have a gun as a black man, that's a death sentence. And for IUIC to even use those tactics against our brothers is just deplorable. Salakia, sir.
It is. We're going to get to them. We're going to get to Nasty Nate. Trust me. We're going to get to him. Come on.
Salakia. This book is Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 11.
No. I think Yanazar, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah chapter 48 and verse 13. And it says, and Moab shall be ashamed of Chemosh, as the house of Israel was ashamed of Bethel, their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll skip down to verse 16, sir. And it says, the calamity of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasteth fast.
Yes, that's it. It's calamity. And what his destruction hasteneth fast, meaning it's coming quick. You understand? It's coming quick. And I pray the Lord set off China, Japan, and all them Asian countries there to go to war with the so-called oppressor. Let it come quick. You understand? Because okay, it's almost like I don't know if you all remember this in the world. It don't happen in here. For sure it don't happen in here. But there's always somebody in the room who everybody try to pick on to feel good about themselves. Ever happen to you in a classroom? When there's just one student that get picked on so that everybody else feels, you know what I mean, feels good about themselves. You understand? And that's us. We are that student in that class that everybody tries to pick on. Nobody tries to help. You understand? And try to harm us, try to take with lunch money, try to do everything. You understand? But thanks be to the Lord for Commander Jerry YAHANNA, building a different breed. He ain't building sinners and, you know what I mean, and sodomites. You understand? He held this down. You hear how General bring on that, bring that history out yesterday. You know what I mean? And you still talking about a chair? You is, you know what I mean? You is either one deaf, dumb, or you're both. You understand? You can't be serious about. You can't be still talking about a chair. But we're gonna talk about sinners. We're gonna talk about men who say they're Israelites, but really Christians.
That's right.
You understand? We're going to talk about wolves in sheep clothing. Who think, you know what I mean? You think because the song then all soft, you think they ain't going to harm you. Them is the ones going to harm you. You understand? Them is the ones going to, you know what I mean, make sure that you die, basically. Like Joy Morgan. You know what I mean? No apologies came out. None whatsoever. You understand? And you care about black people. You don't. You just like them Moabites, as the brother said. You just like them. You understand? That was it on Jeremiah, right?
Come on, sir.
All right, let's get some nasty need. Hey, Tabo One, you had it, you have it there for me?
Good night.
Yeah, and there's something you all saw already, I believe. I mean, more likely you all saw it already. It's an old
video you sent.
I sent it for you. I text it to you.
Kamikaze, yeah. I got it. I'm gonna put it on the screen.
Yeah, go ahead. You can put it on the screen. Yeah, I mean, we just, going over certain things, from now on, the ball is, it done start rolling already. You understand? Commander YAHANNA showed this, this brother extreme brotherhood. You want to know what brotherhood is all about? You follow Commander YAHANNA. He's going to teach you what brotherhood is all about. You understand? He takes all the emotions off of it, takes everything off of it, and deals with you according to this Bible. But if you want to come and try to harm one of his sons, brother is on and popping, just like a good father. Just like a good father is going to be on and popping. You understand? No. You know what I mean? Now we all in. All in. Day and night until they fall. Until I know not to mess with the wrong group.
That's right.
The wrong people. They mess with the wrong brothers. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Yeah.
Can I say the badge number?
Start to 1 minute. Yana's out. Start at minute 2. All right.
2 minutes, sir.
Yeah. 2 minutes. Start at 2 minutes. And what you're going to see, brothers and sisters, you're going to see. You're going to thank the Lord that you in here. You're going to thank the Lord, because to have a man like this running the nation, brother, is best. You cut chicken heads off and drink blood out. You understand? Better do that. You might stand a better chance of surviving. You understand? Than being with this.
That's
this
right.
man right here. You understand? You're gonna see, and pay attention to his movement. Pay attention to his, to his face. Pay attention to it. You see that this brother right here. You know what I mean? Whatever Jeremiah Hyman said about whoever Commander YAHANNA, I should say about him being a sodomite, he is. He is. You understand? All right? Now, Yanaza, come on. Salakia, brother.
I just want to say the badge number if I could, sir.
Come on. 22 what?
2299.
Yeah, 2299. Badge number. He's still a cop. You know what I mean? He's still a cop. You understand? My father was a police brother, and he never did that type of garbage.
That's right.
At least I never heard about it. Ain't nobody never meet me in the streets and tell me, yo, your father is a crooked cop. Never. Try to be real respectful to brothers. But this man right here, he hate brothers.
That's right.
So like I said,
come on.
If I could, I remember when I was coming into the truth and I was in school out in Charlotte, there was a sister who was also coming into the truth at the time, and she was a cop as well. And I remember because, I didn't have a lot of money up there, and sometimes she would bring me like food to eat, and people at the school be looking like, why you got a cop, bringing you food and stuff. But but my point, that sister, she ended up getting married she ended up getting married inside the school, and she quit that job of being a police officer. That sister got more honor than Nasty Nate could ever have,
Yeah. And don't forget General Haas too. You understand? General Haas let you know that he was not like this. You understand? If you go look for him, he has only accolades to his name. You understand? This brother here tried to lock up at least 2 brothers, innocent brothers, kicking in the door. The type of brother, I don't know how you could be in IUIC hearing these things brought out on your leader. knowing when he built the school, he was a cop and he was doing this evil to brothers, knowing that, and never came out and made no type of apology. No type of apology. No statement of, yeah, I did that. That was in the past and I have changed. Nothing like that. Nothing. Because you're still a cop. You're still a detective. You're still working for the oppressor. You understand? No difference than a sinner. You understand? Now, you can start at tab 1.
Come on, Kasi.
Right? And what you're going to learn about here, you know you could be here in this school for what, 2-3 months max, and teach him and cut him, shred him up in the scripture, shred him to pieces. You know, in IUIC, you can't ask the teacher no question. So like how you all asking questions. You can't ask questions in there.
Good.
You can't ask questions. What I remind you of? What I remind you of? Yeah. Now you remind you of Creflo Dollar. PDJ. You understand? He ain't no different. He's like the preacher who he's like Creflo Dollar. Where's Creflo Dollar? What's his what's that word they use? What is his help more tab on looking for the English word, the correct English word for it. What is Creflo Dollar? Okay, what does Creflo Dollar go by? What's his motto, basically?
Prosperity?
Yes. What do you call that tab on? His what do you call it in teaching? They call that is like your
his MO
method. Go ahead. Somebody said something.
His discipline, his
MO.
Yeah, his MO. That's it. I'll take that. That's the closest one.
His MO is more.
Yeah, he preached about what? Money.
Okay.
You understand? You really can't. If you're a poor man going to Creflo Dollar Church or TD Jakes Church, you're gonna stand out. Because that basket gonna come by your brother. And it's gonna look the same way it leave from by you. Because he ain't paying nothing in there. You understand? And before you know it, you out of there. And he is like this. He hate poor black people. Guess who he love? Who you think he love?
Rich black people.
Men.
Rich men. Yes.
Rich man, period.
Yeah, he like rich men. You have money, or he is pulling that garment, he is raising that garment all the way back for your ark. He's giving up that ASS for that money ark. And if you think I'm lying, I'm gonna call Iraq and let him read that message, that long note that brother left on Facebook. You understand?
Okay.
I mean, he is the horse when it comes to money. Yeah, you could ride. What a call out to at the what's that fun ride with the horse, the carousel?
Because
Yeah, that's IUIC.
so like I said,
You understand? A bunch of clowns. Come on.
like, and the fact that he even said that, you know, they don't have soup kitchens for the poor, like you on your own. Like from what I took from that, like if all of them classes, everything they said, if anything they did made any of us, like if it caused any contention in our spirit, whether we were questioning if this was the home of the truth or not, then maybe you shouldn't be in here, because I know Commander Jenny Yohanna takes care of us, and we dirt poor. That brother doesn't give a damn about the poor. So you think you're gonna go in there and strive? Salaki, they done already said it, you know.
Brother, if you don't have money to buy a garment, what's gonna happen? Anybody could give me the figures? How much you had to pay to buy a garment in there?
Like,
I'd have sent somebody on some recon inside there, man.
Like
You mean? Come on.
I think it's like 1,500 or like 25.
Yeah, I want them figures. Come on, anybody in IOIC, type in how much them garments cost you all that you have to buy. And was he Bishop Kanai? They call him the pocket. Who was taking money like whoa. And then you bring him right back next year. Yeah. You ain't running, you not running an organization for black people. You're running an organization to destroy this nation. He has a, how to put it, an invested interest in destroying and separating this nation. You understand? And from now till Christ come back, we're gonna be talking about you all.
That's right.
You bunch of carousel. Am I pronouncing it correct, Tawan?
Carousel.
Carousel.
That's right.
That's right.
You understand? Me? Right now, play it for me, Tawan.
Come on.
I know you're listen and listen to it good. I know you all more than likely heard this one already. All right, but we're gonna break it down
1 verse 5 and many more. And it blew me away. I was shocked. I could not believe it. And I said, these records, I knew that these were records written.
Is that me or you, Tawan?
So like I said, we getting a lag too. I don't think it's you.
So in 1990, I came into the truth that we black people are the 12 tribes.
Right. So pause it there, Tawan.
So you all know the history.
You all know the history on them, right? You having some issues?
No, so it seemed like everybody kind of dropped out, but I don't know. It seems good now though. It seems like it's 12.
No, we still on. We see good.
Yeah, I think we good. I think it's something on your side.
Okay. Was everybody able to hear it?
No, we hearing it, but it's dropping. Meaning, you had to put things together. What you're saying?
I understand. Okay, I would just probably drop the quality down. Hopefully that'll help around.
Yeah, let's drop the quality down. Ain't no sweat. We don't need to. You know what I mean? We just need what he's saying. You know what I mean? Now you all know the history on it, right? So he claims he came into the truth when in 1990. All right?
Sir.
When did he leave?
1995, sir.
Yes. With the house of David. You know what I mean? When they went and created that, you know what I mean, that abomination.
So
he was in school for 5 years. 5 years. And as General say, he did what? Nothing. Didn't build a camp, didn't build a schools. A lot of you all brothers, trust me, you all, he could be carrying the crates on the podium.
Because
he is not qualified to do anything. Not saying that carrying the podium or the thing is for unqualified brothers. I'm not saying that. I'm saying him because he thinks he is, you know what I mean? Lord knows what he have in his head or what he think he is. No, he thinks he's a general.
Like you said.
Come on.
So like I said, if I could, he basically tries to use when he came into the truth or when he came to the school to present himself as a what they call, you know, in the fake Israelite groups, an elder. Like he's an elder statesman. Like, yeah, I've been doing this. You know what I mean? I'm from the original. I'm a basically like an OG or something like that. You know, if you might call it. He presents himself like that, but the people in the world don't realize you was in the school for 5 years and you're a nobody. You are a nobody in the school.
Brother.
And you're unimportant. So like
yes. Now what after slavery, you go to gas slavery, right? any slavery. 0 to 5 years will be what? Basically what?
A promotion, sir?
No, it starts with an E. The level I'm talking about.
Entry level?
Yeah, that's entry level.
Con.
That nigga didn't make it past the entry level.
Good night.
He have 5 years of the truth. You know what it is to be the truth for 5 years? How much things you think you know in 5 years? You think you know enough to run a nation in 5 years? No, you don't. It could be 50, whatever, 50 years, 30 years. You don't know what it takes. You understand?
So like,
Come on.
So like, I got a precept for that bum, if I
Come
may.
on.
1 John chapter 2 and verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. You understand? He was never with us.
And that's perfect. You understand? And the reason why I say it's perfect also too is because it says that it's going to be made manifest that he was not with us. You understand? And you can clearly see he is suffering with some type of deviancy. Some type. You understand? He looks like one of them to put on lingerie. He looks like one of them. You understand? He looks like that.
So like it.
Come on.
So like it, sir. He looked like one of them that's gonna get up and twerk when he hear bow, bow, bow.
Yeah. And he did it. You understand? I don't know who would do that. Man, I'm not doing that drunk or sober. Salakia. You all could put anything in my drink, and I'm not doing that.
Salakia, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on.
Sir, he talking about something. I'm not built like them.
Yeah. He ain't built like them.
Full
of lust. Come on.
So like, if I could too, like I think it's just so insane. It's asinine for them to start calling him a general when they give this persona that they so innocent and so meek. They the meek of the earth. They so weak and they so victimized. If I could, like the definition of general is a commander of an army. You understand? Like Commander General YAHANNA is a commander of an army filled with straight roughneck niggas that are ready to die for their brothers. That idiot is a high-ranking man of a bunch of purple words I can't say. And so for him to even consider himself a general, he got the ranks for that pink. I can't say what I want to say, Salagia.
I'm gonna help you. Where's this Saba? I don't know how to pronounce it. Carousel.
Yes, sir.
He's the general of that carousel. You understand? That little horsey ride that them kids be doing at the circus. That's them. He's the general of that. You understand? That's who he is the general of. He not no general. Not in here, brother.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Not for black people. Black people, after you hear what this man did last night, if you follow him, you deserve everything that come your way. You deserve it. Everything that come your way, you deserve it. And for those of you inside there who taking full out abuse, you deserve it. You deserve it. You understand? Because you cannot tell me you hear all that took place last night. All that, you know what I mean? All that history that was brought out on this character right here. Right? Let's play on a little more because I want to get some scriptures so that, you know what I mean, it's going to prove that, you know what I mean, that he does not know what the hell he doing inside there. Come on.
No, sir. So like I'm just gonna hopefully it should be 12 minutes.
Years ago. So it's not a point of wrote this. These were from our ancestors long ago. So I knew that these were true accounts. So the truth that
Tabone,
we
break
black
up
people,
real bad.
Latinos, Native Americans are part of the which include.
Say it again, sir.
You're breaking up real bad. I.U.I.C. trying to
sir?
get, I see you're breaking up real bad.
Okay, Coco. So I'm probably just gonna have to get a picture and just run the audio.
Yeah,
that's
that's all.
Video, I guess
Yeah.
just,
If you had to run it from off your phone, the audio, wherever, go ahead and do it. And let's leave his you know, I mean, his picture up. I'd already like to the brothers and sisters to see his demeanor. You know what I mean, especially how he laughs. And, I mean, you know what I mean, how he talking. You know
I dropped the quality down a little bit more. Let's see if that works. If not, then I'm just gonna have to switch it up. But I dropped the quality down more. So Salaki, let's see if that improves it. Salaki, I'm gonna stop the share from you, sir. It's out the way.
Salaki said. If I could,
Okay,
like getting that too.
Here we go.
If I could, real quick, like if I don't know if you've seen they class that they did talking about the incident, but if you watched it, you could see their demeanor for each other, like that between that fat light skinned dude and the high ranking men in that school. No one else really got a chance to speak. I think it was even one time where the brother who said that he was with N.W.O West back in the day, he came on the live and told the other brother to not say nothing else. And you could see the embarrassment on that brother's face when he said it, because it was embarrassing. And you can just see that them brothers really don't love each other.
They don't. They don't. And the only thing that holding them together is that paperwork that they sign. And that ain't gonna last.
Right.
That is not going to last. Hold on. Go ahead. Tabone, you're going to try to do it now?
Yeah, I'm gonna try one more time like this, because I dropped the quality now just to see if that helps.
Okay, come on.
Not a point of I wrote this. These were written by our ancestors long, long ago. So I knew that these were true accounts.
Yeah,
right.
Yes, sir.
Skip to the 3-minute mark.
Is it choppy still? Is it still choppy?
No, it was going good.
Sir.
Go ahead.
You see how the Lord has blessed us a lot.
All right. So in 2003, you say you started Israel United in.
Yes, sir.
I say pay attention to that.
That
whole laugh, that whole demeanor, that face, pay attention to it. He something right with him, and he don't seem. I mean, the way he laughs, it looks as if it's a boy in a man's body,
right?
Like a child in a man's body. You understand? Come on, play it.
In Christ. Why did you feel the need to start Israel United in Christ? Because you mentioned that you have the Bible, you discovered who you were through the Bible, but why did you feel that, you know what, I got to create this organization?
Okay. Well, I was taught by 7 elders. There was Masha, Ariel, Yaakov, followed by Lahab, Yeshaya, Shaw, and Kazak. Those were the 7 elders from 1990 to 1995. Then, end of 1995, the school split. Masha established another school. Yaakov died. Then Yaakov died. They were up in age. They passed away. And things got topsy-turvy, so everyone separated, went their own way. So that's when I established in 2003 Israel United in Christ. That's
Suppose
what
that,
occurred.
right? Suppose that, right? So between 1995 and 2003, you realize what he said, right? There was a split in the school in 1995. The school wasn't destroyed totally. There was a split. You understand? Almost destroyed the school. The school, held on until what? 2000. And that's when another split came. And that's when it was just Commander General YAHANNA's and the generals you know today. You understand?
Okay.
Right? And he formed his organization in 2003. Right? When he left in 1995, he did not leave because of this reason. Read on. Play it.
Come on, sir.
Okay, so when people are out here and they see some of the groups in the streets, right?
Yes.
That's including your group. It can get confusing for a lot of people because it's like you have so many different camps out here. What set off all these different
all them
offshoots of
camps
different camps is because
started when?
Like, sir?
The camps, all them camps you're talking about started when? It started with that 1995 split. You understand? Where all them other groups is almost to the point whereas if there's a split, right? If you have a movement and there's a split, some brothers decide to leave you and go start their own thing. Why would they do that?
So
come on.
Because they was not sincere in the first place, or they want to teach something different.
Yes, but what's the root of them leaving?
Slugger, they want to be in charge.
Yeah, power. So guess what? He ain't supposed to be in charge. And you start to cause confusion and start to talk behind a brother's back. That's why in here, brother, we take that shit serious.
That's right.
You understand? You are not allowed to talk about a brother behind his back like a alternative lifestyle. You understand? That's very BITCH. You understand? Made. You understand? You're not allowed to talk about a sister behind her back, nor a brother behind his back. We don't gossip in here. Because that is very serious. You understand? What did it say about the tongue? The tongue, I think, I forget the precept about the tongue. Look that precept up where it talks about a tongue.
Life and death, sir, is in the power of the tongue.
Not life and death, but that's a good one too. But it talks about, what comes out your mouth could harm people. You understand? But back on this. Now, when you leave, right, with these men, thinking you're going to set up what? In 1995, they left to set up what? House of David. You understand? They made a brother. They was saying a brother was David, what, reincarnated or whatever. You understand?
Masha, I believe so.
Right, and he died. This, almost soon after the started, he died. That should have let them know that what they did was wrong and they should stop. But it didn't stop there. Guess what? Now, the man who you put up as being the head, you no longer are used to him. He died. So guess what? Another split coming. And then before you know it, another split coming. And then another split coming. And before you know it, you have IUIC, HO, whatever, and a ton of Israelite groups just popping up all over the place. You understand? Now, this character right here, he is the one that's put in charge to try to destroy all of them, including I.S.U.P.K. He's still working for the government. What is it? 2299? 2299, still working for the government. Still. You understand? And I won't be shocked to hear he getting paid. He getting a stipend from Uncle Sam. You understand? Or a stipend from the oppressor to cause confusion. That's why he's pulling away from the doctrine that he learned in his entry level. You understand? And pushing more into the Roman Catholic faith. You understand?
Shalak Yadon.
Come on.
I think I got a scripture for you. It's Proverbs 21 and 23.
Come on.
Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles.
Yes. You understand? Any more?
Sir. I got one more scripture. It's Proverbs 18 and 21. It's
Come on.
death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Yeah,
and
that's the one. That's the one. Yaramak was speaking about. Go ahead.
And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
You understand? They're going to eat that fruit. I sure they talk about each other behind each other back inside there, like, you know what I mean, like it's something normal.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I got another precept, if I may.
Go ahead.
It's the book of James, chapter 3 and verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member, and boasting.
That's the one. That's the one I'm looking for. You continue.
Khan. Even so, the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
Say that one more time.
Khan, it's the book of James, chapter 3 and verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member.
All right, that tongue you have in your mouth is a little member. You understand? And it could do more harm than your fist. Do more harm than your foot, than your knee. You understand? Than that forehead. Come on.
And boasted.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Iraq.
Oh, you want the scripture of me? You want me?
Yeah.
Salaki, sir. Yeah, that the fact about that tongue in regards to with Masha, Commander General YAHANNA was stating that the police officer Nathaniel Nassi Nate, along with I.S.U.P.K and some other members, kept feeding off of Masha, kept murmuring about the other head priests in the school, which subsequently made him cause a split, go to House David, which is supposed to be after his name. He was supposed to be King David. And then, like, as you said, the building burned down, and then he died within a year. And then we spawned GMS, GOCC, HOI, and the IUIC. But more importantly, him being a police officer, having the connections in the police force, it almost seems like this has been a government plot to kind of keep their eye on the truth. When they the IUIC takes away the shield of David, they take away the Lajuan Quadash, they take away the mitris, any type of attire that's masculine, that's associated with our culture. They also employ that sex is not marriage. You have to follow the law of the land, and you have to have paperwork. You know what I mean? So it seems like it's even deeper than his faggotry, but it seems like it's also Salakia. I meant his glitterness. He just by him being a police officer, Salakia, sir.
Yeah, glitterness. I like that. I'll use that. I'll take that from you. I'm gonna add that to my dictionary. You know what I mean? Glitterness. Yes. You know what I mean? You're correct. Right? No, finish this for me. Iwabad.
Khan, this book of James, chapter 3 and verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
You understand? Both said great things. Yeah, we were just two, and then look what the Lord blessed us. The Lord didn't bless you. You're boasting. You're boasting. Lord don't bless you. I mean, you know what it's like? It's like I know everybody see 300, right? And you remember when Leonidas met the men who were going to join them to war, and there was like, you just go with 100 men.
The Arcadians, sir.
Yeah, the Acadians and them. Yeah, Mark, you look like that. You watch out before you come to camp.
So I was into that. The Battle of Thermopylae, Conor Wakasa.
You understand? And them men met them. And it's like, well, you're going to take 100 men to fight a whole army? And Leonidas watch them and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, who you brought? You there. What's your profession?
A carpenter.
Yeah, you there. What's your profession?
A painter.
And then he looked to the man in the back. What's your profession?
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, how Jeremiah Hyman say who I forget how he said it. Who are? You understand? What's your profession? He has a bunch of farmers, a bunch of family men. Well, you know what I mean? We all have to thank the Lord for everything, you know what I mean? For every small mercy. So you might as well thank the Lord for farmers. But I'm a thank the Lord for warriors. You understand?
That's right.
I'm thanking the Lord for loyal sisters, for loyal brothers. You understand? I will thank the Lord for that. You could hold on to numbers. You know what I mean? If numbers make you, you know what I mean, tremble, you know what I mean? Make you, you know what I mean? Make you tremble, you know what I mean? Then, you know what I mean? Good for you. But numbers don't on this side. You understand? What on this side is your reputation, who you are. You understand? What you're made of. You understand? All right?
Okay, sir.
Come on.
Captain Arthur, I have a question about Nathaniel from IUIC. Is it possible? Do you think like it was some COINTELPRO going on, like for him to be affiliated with the police department in New York City? Do you think that it's possible the government sent him in as an agent that you see in like those other black movements, like on some COINTELPRO, J. Hoover type stuff? Do you think it was that?
I believe it because Commander General YAHANNA brought it out. You understand? He brought it out and he gave a proper explanation on why he believes this is the case. And judging from how he's running that organization with how they set up into, you know what I mean, that cyber type war, you know what I mean, warfare. You understand? That leaning more towards what you're saying. You understand? Finish reading and what's his name? Juan Marpa. So yes, that's it. You know what I mean? He was planted there to do that. You know what I mean? Now, I finish it off.
Come with concert. Verse 6. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body.
It what?
Defileth the whole body.
Defileth your whole body. You talking bad about a brother, it gives you a poor reputation. It gives you a reputation of being a woman, and not just a woman, a female dog. You understand? Brother come to you and start talking about another brother, you better stop him immediately. You understand? You better let him know not even your woman dare to come to you to talk about another brother or sister. Dare to you.
Right.
You understand? All right, we don't do that in here. Understand?
Come.
You keep a strong net and manly. All right? Tap one play a little more. I know we up on the time.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah, the 3 minutes.
People couldn't really come underneath the leadership, or what spurred all that out?
Well, many things that separate, the main thing that separates many of the kids, we all teach that we're Israel. That's number one. According to Revelation 14:12, we all teach that we got to keep the commandments and have the faith in Christ. The discrepancy comes, for example, 1 Corinthians 7:2, where it reads, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. So many of the Israelites believe in polygamy, or polygyny as they call it today. So that caused an issue because, like myself, I said when I read that, it says let every woman have her.
That caused an issue with who?
With him, yeah.
Because that didn't cause the split. Because when Mashal left, he was still teaching what? A man could have more than one woman.
Okay.
You understand? So he didn't leave because of that. You understand? He giving it away. Nasty Nate, he giving it away.
Okay.
You giving it away, brother, all the way. You understand? That song like a Catholic priest straight right there.
Okay, sir.
Sound like one of them. Yes, I want purple.
If I could, sir.
Uh-huh.
That's, we all know this, but that's one of the main explanations. And I think we don't care about numbers, but if you ever want to know why his congregation or whatever you want to call it has 8,000 women in it, is because they love that scripture and they love the way he breaks it down, which of course is wrong and false. But you even got women in the world that will throw that scripture out of, pull it out their behind, like, oh yeah, like a man's only supposed to deal with one woman, monogamy. So he's just doing what people want to hear anyway. Shalagi.
Yes. And then he cuts himself. All right. So play a little more. Right. So do I need to open the Bible and show you all where a man can have more than one wife?
I think I don't know. I mean,
let him speak a little more.
Sir.
Let him put his foot in his mouth.
Husband. So that was a polygyny as they call it today. So that caused an issue because, like myself, I said when I read that, it says let every woman have her own husband. So that was a discrepancy. So many of them.
Sir.
I ain't going. This is what I'm gonna do. For you listening out there, for you I.S.U.P.K members listening on there, and then following what your leader say to do. All right. I'm gonna come next class, and I'm gonna go into the history of marriage. Monogamy, everything come from, and I'll break it all the way down to let you know. What's being taught in here is coming from the Lord.
That's right.
It's teaching us. It's coming from the Lord, and it's in the Bible. You understand? Just in a nutshell, a man can have as many wives as he wants.
That's right.
He could have one, he could have two, he could have none. You understand? There's no law saying how many wives a man could have. You understand? He is putting a number on it because he like men. He like an alternative lifestyle. Don't worry, his wife, she's gonna come out and talk. She's gonna say it. She's gonna talk about all the nasty thing you're doing in the bedroom. She's gonna come out and say it. Watch and see. Watch and see. They're gonna come out and all let you know the story on him. Because he's a deviant. After what you learn for 5 years, you're not gonna throw it down the drain in the trash, knowing that the movement that you went and start, someone died from it. Think all the signs lead into this is wrong, and you still went down that path. You're gonna get everything coming your way. And thank the Lord for it. You understand? Thank the Lord for it. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here, right? So Tabon, keep a hold on this, right? And we're gonna get into a whole history on marriage and a few other things. We're gonna destroy them.
That's right.
Destroy them. They should have never ever laid a hand on one of our brothers. You understand? They should never ever lay their hands on one of our brothers. You understand? Come on.
Just to make sure I understand. So it's green light on them, right? is green light on IUIC like
in class. Yeah, in class.
Yeah, I mean, like not like in life. Like I just see one, I'm just gonna snuff it. I'm saying like, yeah, like in class, like, you know what I mean? Like we can teach classes and show the discrepancies in their doctrine and things like that.
Yes, yes.
So,
Throw them niggas under the bus.
I needed that clarification, sir.
I mean, toss them under the bus. Toss the doctrine, everything under the bus. It's garbage, it's trash, and it's destroying black people. Destroying them. You understand? And he on there, you know what I mean? He on there with a fake identity, talking, and you know what I mean, having you thinking you're talking to a woman. This time is a man you're talking to. You know what type of mentality that man has to be in to be thinking like a woman, to be saying things like a woman. You know what craftiness he has to be in?
So like I said,
Thank the Lord, Akia. Come on.
So like I said, and if I could too, like we already seeing that they COINTELPRO, they tapping into, you know, sending brothers in here undercover as women, but they may also try to send a man in here undercover to try to find some of us to be at fault. So, you know, I take from that, we got to make sure that we on point with everything we do. You find that brother who trying to start gossiping with you, don't do it, because
no, you get them good advice. Don't do it. I'll tell them go ahead and do it. I want them to get weeded out. You be a dumb Negro. Yeah, I'll be right there sitting. Oh, okay, that's what you say. Okay, what you say? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No sweat. You and him, both of you, all pack your things. You know what I mean? Go join IUIC. Nah, let them come in here and weed them out. You understand? But what you're saying is correct. You know what I mean? You stick to what Commander General YAHANNA have been teaching you, Akim. You don't talk evil about nobody. We don't try to bring no division in brotherhood, and no division in this place, none whatsoever. You understand? What Commander General had built, brother, you see the sacrifice he made, and you see the kind of you know what I mean, like defamation that he has to go through with these other groups. You understand? Nah, brother, we can't have that. He sacrificed enough for us to get this, and for us to live the way we live in. He sacrificed enough. So you be a simple brother, you be a simple sister, and go, you know what I mean, try gossiping. We're gonna deal with that. Trust me, we're gonna deal with it. You understand?
So like I said,
come on.
Could I ask one more quick question? If you see a brother in the school, and it may be his rib or something, let's say his rib, and let's say you see her doing something that's unlawful or unbecoming of a sister, something that you know she should not be doing. As a brother in the school, should you deal with her, like as far as like go to her and tell her, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that, and then if you continue, I'm gonna take you to counsel? Or should you go to the husband and let him deal with it? What's
okay, is she in the school? So she in the school, right?
For this example,
No, okay. And when she did it, you saw it.
I'm just giving a hypothetical, but hypothetically, let's say you didn't see it, or you heard something about it, or someone in the world came and told me, Officer Yaramok's rib was eating pork, and they seen it, and
okay, they didn't see it. You say they hear it. So you gotta be real clear with it.
Could I use you as an example to keep it clear?
Yeah.
So let's say someone comes to me and says, "Oh, I seen Captain I.S.U.P.K's rib up in Golden Corral eating pork chitlins and shrimp." So at that point, should I come to you and let you deal with your rib? Okay, Connor.
Yes. If someone come to you, someone in the world you're talking about, right?
Not
in the school.
Kanawaka in the world.
Right. Yes, in the world. Yes. You understand? But
Kanawaka.
if you see it, you better go tell her. You better go be sis. You eating what, pork? You better stop now. Better put that knuckles down right now.
Kanawaka.
You understand? And if she proceeds to put that knuckle back in her mouth, you give me a call.
Kanawaka, sir.
You understand? Or give that brother a call. Whoever that is, give that brother a call. Yeah.
It's Salaga, sir.
Come on.
So the second part of that same question. So what if I already came to Captain I.S.U.P.K? I already told him I seen his rib doing this, and this is like the third, fourth time that this has happened. It seems like it's becoming a habit, and maybe I'm thinking Captain I.S.U.P.K really isn't doing anything. You know,
then ask for a counsel. Then is a disagreement. Then a counsel.
Counsel.
Simple. You understand?
Counsel.
There's a counsel. If because you're coming to me and you're seeing it happening over and over and over. And depends on what I tell you when you come to me. If I tell you, yo, yeah, dealing with that, or is it again, then I would have to take her to counsel.
Counsel.
You understand what I'm saying?
Counsel.
Or else I'm gonna have to live with pork breath. And I ain't doing that, brother. The more I be smelling that pork around me. No. Then I gonna have to do something about it. You understand? But the point about it also too is just think about it like that's your sister. You understand? No, don't think about it like, you know what I mean? If she in the world, if she's a sister in the world, that's different. Sister in the world, you might have to go talk to her husband. You understand what I'm saying? But if she in here and she, you know what I mean, she's, you know what I mean, in school, she's a sister. And you see her doing something she ain't supposed to do, you go to her on her alone. And if she ain't agree with you and she ain't stop, then you better ask for a counsel. And say, Salakia, sir, I know this is your rib, I know you love her, but Salakia, sir, I went to her, there alone, and we still, you know what I mean, we still ain't agreeing, you know what I mean, on it. You know what I mean? She think I'm wrong.
Counsel.
We go have the counsel. All right. All right, Akim. You up on the time there? So next week, I mean, I'm trying to get into the whole history. I'm gonna break this down. You know what I mean? So these clowns who trying to be soldiers will know they need to go get some makeup and a big, you know what I mean, a big red nose. You know what I mean? And this, you know what I mean, pay it on while they teach me the Bible. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna pass the class over to who?
Salaki, I don't want Officer Bankayal.
Priest and Officer Bankayal. Right?
Men of Israel, Imagine, we're going to render one courtesy salute to Captain I.S.U.P.K. Sisters Yashab means to be seated. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shimya Shai Barakathah.
Yahweh Shimya Shai Barakathah.
Got them Matah hands down. Sar, turn to face the sisters. Imagine. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to our sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Barak.
Yahweh Shimya Shai.
Got a Matah. Yashab means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month. That's Friday the 15th of September of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, class dismissed.